What does it mean to live a life that truly matters? In a world that pulls us in 1,000 directions, work, social media, endless to-do lists, it's easy to lose sight of what drives us. Imagine waking up each morning with a quiet certainty, knowing your actions align with a deeper purpose. This isn't a dream, it's the wisdom of Confucius, the ancient Chinese philosopher whose teachings have shaped lives for over 2,500 years. Confucius believed that true success and confidence come from living in harmony with your values, creating ripples that touch your family, your community, and the world. His philosophy isn't just ancient words on a page. It's a practical guide for navigating today's chaos with clarity and strength. Today, we'll embark on this journey to uncover how Confucius' timeless wisdom can help you find purpose, build unshakable confidence, and live a life that inspires others. Let's meet Jisoo, a 32-year-old marketing manager in a bustling city. She's worked hard, earned promotions, and checked all the boxes society calls success. Yet every night she lies awake, feeling a void. I'm doing everything right, she thinks. So why do I feel so lost? Her relationships with friends are shallow. Her family feels distant, and her work, while lucrative, lacks meaning. Jisoo's story is one many of us recognize, chasing goals that society sets, but feeling disconnected from what truly matters. In Confucius' time, the world was in chaos. Two warring states, fractured communities, and people chasing power over purpose. Confucius saw this and taught that true strength lies in Ren, human-heartedness, a deep commitment to kindness, integrity, and connection. Jisoo stumbled upon this idea when she read about Confucius in a book club. She realized her life lacked alignment. She was so busy climbing the corporate ladder that she'd neglected her values, family, growth, and helping others. One evening, she made a small change, she called her sister, not to vent or rush, but to listen. That conversation, filled with laughter and tears, reminded her what mattered. Slowly, Jisoo began to rebuild her life around these moments of connection. Her story shows us that purpose starts with recognizing where we've drifted and taking one step back to what's true. Confucius said, "To put the world in order, we must first put the nation in order to put the nation in order. We must first put the family in order to put the family in order. We must first cultivate our personal life to cultivate our personal life. We must first set our hearts right." This is the heart of his philosophy. Change begins within. Your confidence, your success, your purpose, they all start with aligning your heart with virtues like kindness, respect, and sincerity. When you live these values, you create harmony that ripples outward, transforming your relationships, your work, and your world. Let's look at another story. Michael, a high school teacher, felt burned out after years of overcrowded classrooms and endless paperwork. He loved teaching, but felt like he was just going through the motions. Inspired by Confucius's idea of lead proper conduct, he decided to focus on small intentional acts. He started each class with a moment of gratitude, thanking his students for their effort. He listened to their stories, even when he was tired. Over time, his classroom became a place of trust and energy. Students opened up, engagement soared, and Michael rediscovered his passion. This is what Confucius means by cultivating your personal life small, consistent acts of virtue that rebuild your sense of purpose. Confucius also emphasized zhong, loyalty to oneself and others. This isn't blind obedience, but a commitment to authenticity. For Jisoo, this meant being honest about her career. She loved creativity, but felt trapped in a role focused on numbers. She started taking night classes in design, aligning her work with her heart. This wasn't easy. It meant long hours and uncertainty, but it gave her a sense of direction she hadn't felt in years. Confucius teaches that purpose isn't a destination. It's a daily practice of living true to your values. When you do this, confidence grows naturally, not from external rewards, but from knowing you're on the right path. So how do you bring Confucius' wisdom into your life? Here are 5 practical steps to find purpose and build confidence. 1. Reflect on your values. Take 10 minutes tonight to write down 3 values that matter most to you. Maybe family, honesty, or growth. Ask yourself, are my daily actions reflecting these? If not, identify one small change. like spending 15 minutes with a loved one without distractions. 2. Practice small acts of Ren each day. Do one kind act, compliment a coworker, help a neighbor, or thank someone sincerely. These build connection and remind you of your impact. 3. Strengthen relationships. Reach out to someone you've drifted from, a friend, parent, or sibling. Have a real conversation, not just a text. Listen deeply, as Jisoo did with her sister. 4. Set a purposeful goal. Choose one goal that aligns with your values, like learning a skill or volunteering. Break it into tiny steps you can take daily, like reading one chapter or signing up for a class. 5. Embrace Lee in daily life. Bring intention to routine tasks. If you're a student, prepare for class with care. If you're a parent, be fully present during bedtime stories. These acts create harmony. Jisoo applied these steps. She wrote down her values: family, creativity, service, and started small weekly calls with her parents, sketching ideas after work, and volunteering at a local art program. These choices didn't transform her life overnight, but they gave her a sense of direction. Michael, the teacher, used similar steps. He made a habit of starting each day with a moment of reflection, listing one way he'd show kindness. Over weeks, his burnout faded, replaced by confidence in his purpose. You can do this too. Start with one step today and watch how it shifts your perspective. Confucius said, "The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones." Your journey to a meaningful life starts with one intentional act. You don't need to overhaul your life, just align one choice with your values and confidence will follow. This is the power of Confucius wisdom. It's not about grand gestures, but daily steps toward harmony.